being an adult is an interesting thing. We have the opportunity and the chance to do basically anything we want. But it's not often, as an adult, that we have an experience that is completely, utterly, wonderfully new. However, this video is exactly that. A chance to recenter myself, reconnect myself with adventure, and to challenge one of my own fears, doing something that is, as I said, completely new. For all my wandering, adventuring, and general exploration of the upper Midwest, I had, up until this video, never done an overnight trip by myself. This trip was liberating to get over the hump of overnighting in the woods alone. For many, this might seem lame, but I had never done this before. Relying on yourself is a particular skill that many of us never hone to a point, let alone to even a dull edge. So going into this trip, I second-guessed all of my own decisions. Yet even with all of my second-guessing, I ended up confident and excited in what I can now do on my own. This challenge that I undertook wasn't about the desire to be by myself or to be alone, because I love going out with people and I love being out with my family. And it's kind of hard to explain, but the idea for me is that I want to take my daughter out. She's nearly 4, and I want to take her out camping in the woods. And my mind is telling me that if I've never done it by myself, how can I know that I can even provide for her? And so this challenge is more than just selfishness. It's about, well, I guess it's about taking care of my daughter. I'm so happy that I stepped outside of my comfort zone and made a lifelong experience by myself. Don't let a lack of companionship stop you from doing those things that you have been meaning to do. Really, truly, just send it. Get out there, go alone, and make the experience. Don't stop yourself from challenging yourself because you don't have a partner in crime to do it with. Diggity dog. All right, guys. It's going to be an awesome day. It's going to be awesome 2 days. What am I talking about? We are out here for 2 days, and our goal is to smash some fish, have some fun, and do my first ever overnight. Solo in the raft. I've been meaning to do this for decades, and every time I've meant to go solo, I've ended up taking somebody else, and We're making it happen today. So, I'm back in the shade for a second. I'm gonna make a promise to you. I'm gonna make a guarantee to you right now. This is the beginning of 2 days of fishing. If you continue watching this video, you are going to see some musky action. I'm putting down the gauntlet right now. I'm throwing down the gauntlet. We will catch musky. We might even catch walleye. We might catch smallmouth. Maybe even a toothy pike, but we will catch musky. So I encourage you guys, stay tuned. 2 days. 2 days of awesomeness. All right, guys. Catch, release, wander. Let's go catch some fish. Whoa! Yeah. Heading into the day, I was stupidly overconfident. And overconfidence by itself isn't really a bad thing. But when it comes to musky fishing, it can lead to some absolute frustration. I laughed in the faces of the musky fishing gods and guaranteed success on camera. Quickly, the reality of the situation squashed my hubris. A definitive lack of caffeine, lack of fish, and a healthy dose of sun poisoning left me frustrated, exhausted, and ready for the day to be over. Starting the day with my high spirits, I actually started fly fishing, but a lack of success early on had me switching tactics back to gear. It's so tricky trying to fly fish solo, especially with wind, and when my raft would spin, I just couldn't deal. So back to the spinning gear I went, and I had momentary
Musky.
success. And this particular musky was inches from a hookup, but close really doesn't count when it comes to fishing. Musky fishing will beat anyone down, and my fatigue led me to my biggest mistake of the trip. Holy smokes, guys, I'm tired, it's hot. I've been fishing out here for like 5-6 hours. I've had two musky follows, no bites, nothing like that. I am hot, it's blasting sun. But let's see if we can catch a fish. We're trying hard. So I'm leaving this clip in not as an example of what to do, but more as an example of where my mental state was. I was frustrated, I was tired, things were not going my way, and instead of calmly rowing over and getting out with snag, which is what I would have done on any other day, I just couldn't take it. So I pulled, I ruined my leader, and still had to row over and get it out. Which, looking at it in hindsight, is kind of funny, but it was not funny in the actual moment.
All right. Wow. I am tired. I've been making some really stupid mistakes. I've been casting at trees. I've been yanking out of trees. My hook has just gone flying. I'm breaking leaders. So it's probably time for me to call it quits. I've had 3 musky follows, and that's it. And I think I've been fishing for like 9 hours, maybe. So this is the reality of musky fishing. It is tough. Tough. I thought I'd come out here today and maybe smack some fish around, but that is not happening. I had one really nice follow, and she went around, maybe 4 times on my on the figure 8/loop, and could not get that fish to commit. I'm about ready to say screw fishing, and I'm gonna go set up my camp. Maybe make myself some dinner, because I skipped lunch today. Make dinner, set up my camp, and then maybe go out fishing after that. I'm just so tired, and I'm making stupid mistakes. And if I do hook into a big fish, I'm probably gonna take a hook through my hand or something, because I'm not with it. I forgot my tea today, and so I'm working on a lack of caffeine right now. I think I'm gonna give it 1 hour. If I haven't caught a fish in 1 hour, I'm done. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna set up camp. Maybe we'll give it 15 minutes. We'll see.
It's kind of funny how at times fishermen can be prophetic. We look at a rock and say, hey, there's going to be a fish right there. Or we get a bite and we know it's a big one. And for me, my prophecy was knowing how tired I was and the fact that something bad was coming. I knew I was exhausted. And yet, I continued to fish and push. If I wouldn't have been tired, this series of events wouldn't have ended up happening. But I want you guys to watch this clip and see. I was fishing with the new lure, my snake, and I caught a wonderful muskie and proceeded to lose that muskie due to a bit of incompetence on my part, but I think it really was just fatigue that let me down. Whoa!
Oh, holy smokes. I did it. Hey, got one.
Oh my God. gosh, guys. We got one. We got one. On this thing. We got one on the snake lure. I think my wife got this as a joke for Christmas. Maybe it wasn't a joke, I have no idea. But we got a fish. All right. I'm gonna hold her up so you guys can get a good look at her, and then we'll let her go on her way. Well, guys, remember when I said I was absolutely tired? Oh, and I knew I was gonna make a mistake. That was the mistake. I just picked up that muskie and then dropped that muskie before you guys got to see her. Oh!
My frustration was supreme in losing that muskie and not being able to see it on camera. But the truth is we got a really cool shot. We kind of saw it. Everything was there except for that final trophy shot. So looking back, it's okay. But in the moment, I was absolutely frustrated. I decided it was time for dinner and camp. Rolling up, I was looking for a spot to pull the raft off, and there was a cool rocky cove that I was able to get my raft into, and pulling off the lining rope in front, I was actually able to moor my craft, which was pretty cool. The first order of business was to get all of my bins out of the raft, to pull them up, and to find a place for my hammock. The hammock tent is one of my favorite things to sleep in, mostly because I don't have to deal with mosquitoes, as it has a pre-built-in mosquito net. So I found a nice spot between two trees, and I put up the tent. I threw up the rain fly, and at that point, I was on to thinking about dinner. In this clip, you see I'm walking around, still looking for that campsite, and there was tons of boulders and granite outcroppings, which really you wouldn't be able to get a normal tent into. So this hammock is probably one of the best, most lightweight and easily packable tents out there. All you need is two trees that are 10, 15 feet apart, and you are good to go.
Whew, hammock tent is up. Sometimes it takes me a little bit of time, but it's a little sketchy, but you know what? I don't really care. Check this out. We're not supposed to have any rain tonight, so kind of underneath the sky. I might put up a little poncho thing, but I'm gonna get some food because I am so hungry. Oh my gosh. By the way, this is just beautiful in here. Check this out. All right, we got beef stew, biscuits and gravy, lasagna with meat sauce. I think we know which one wins. This one. All right, we need 12 fluid ounces of boiling water. Now, we can do that. All right, 12 fluid ounces. Let's see, how much is 12 fluid ounces? Whew. Well, that water's boiling. I think I'm going to tidy up camp. I'm going to put up my my rain fly just in case, and I think I'm going to relax because I am so tired. Wow. All right, I got my little home here. That's me. This is in case it rains, which it's not going to, but I had to creatively use some rocks here. I mean, if it was seriously raining, this would not do. But it'll keep the condensation off at least tonight, so it won't. But not bad. Not bad at all. And we're about ready to eat that lasagna. Heck yeah. I forgot a spoon, so I'm gonna have to make one, which is pretty stupid, but we're gonna figure that out in just a moment. Camp is looking good. The water's looking good, and I'm gonna take you guys to the fine 4-star dining we have here. It's a little treacherous to get here, but once you get up here, just stunning. Oh, look at that. We have the finest. Oh yeah. And that is our spoon/fork. So the truth is, ooh, that's sun right behind me. Truth is, I forgot a fork. Forgot a spork, forgot a spoon, so this is going to be, that's gonna be what we're eating with today. Pretty dumb, I know. Some of you right now are currently typing furiously on YouTube saying, this is a dumb idea. And I know it's a dumb idea, but I am so hungry. I'm gonna lick lasagna sauce from this knife. And we're about ready to begin. All right, guys, let's chow down. All right, here goes, guys. Oh, that's so good. If you're gonna lick a knife, never lick towards the blade. That would be really dumb. Lick away from the blade. That way, you're not gonna lick. Ooh, got an ant on me. Oh my gosh, that's so good. I might be sitting on a yellow jacket nest. That would be bad. Ooh, I am sitting on a yellow jacket nest. Holy smokes, that's a terrible decision. We are gonna move our restaurant right now. I've learned a lot of good things today. Got dirt on my face. Don't set up your makeshift restaurant on a yellow jacket hive. There you go. That would have been bad.
So with that stupidity out of the way, the restaurant, as I call it, sitting on top of the yellow jacket, I finally felt refreshed, and you can probably see it from my animated smiles. I needed food. I needed to slow down. I was pushing myself too hard. I got back out. I just was fishing just to relax and enjoy the evening when a hatch of what I believe are called Ephraim started to come out. Like little puffs of snow. They were absolutely beautiful. And they really helped me just see the beauty in the moment and to not worry about all the mistakes I'd made that day, and instead to just be happy with where I was at.
Look at this giant. Love catching fish. I don't care the size. It's a muskie. Woo. Look at that guy. Well, I wasn't expecting a muskie. I saw something hit the surface over there. It looked like a small beaver. And I thought to myself, hey, I wonder if that's a brown trout eating the Ephraim hatch, because it's like popping off right now. It looks like it's snowing. And I cast it over there. And here's that Ephraim right here. Oh. Cast it over there, and that thing just cranked me. I really did not think that was a muskie. Nick, I got one of those guys on me right now. All right, super cool. So that's 2 muskie for 5 bites today. Oh, sorry, 5 moved fish, 2 for 5. Not the best day, not the worst day, so I'll take it. Alright, hey, good morning, guys. Man, I have killed thousands. I'm gonna say thousands of mosquitoes. Just right now, while I'm doing this, I'm killing mosquitoes. Wow, it was a long night. It was a really long night. It was hot, and then it was cold, and the mosquitoes never left. I got up in the middle of the night to go pee, and I let in like, I don't know, 50 to 100 mosquitoes. And I was so tired, I didn't really even think about it until I just started getting, my forehead just started getting bit, because I was inside a sleeping bag. And so I said to myself, there's only like 2 or 3 of them in here. I'm just going to ignore it. 10 minutes later, I turned on the light, and I just went ham on the mosquitoes. I can't catch fish, but I can catch mosquitoes. This is day 2. We are currently making ourselves some biscuits and gravy. If you guys haven't had the, I think it's called Mountain House freeze-dried meals. Dark Waters Fly Shop sells them. Biscuits and gravy. Let me tell you guys, it's as good as you'd get in a restaurant. It is so scrumptious. I was actually considering eating it for dinner last night. I was thinking I might buy one for dinner and one for breakfast, but I went with that lasagna with meat sauce, and that was actually smacking good as well. So, as the kids say these days, it was bussin'. Not quite sure if I used that in the correct fashion, but there we go. Yeah, so today we have a fun day ahead of us. We're gonna pack up all the crap here. I got a bit of it down there. I already got rid of the tent and the rainfly. The rainfly was a really good decision last night because it picked up a lot of condensation, which would have fallen or been directly on top of the hammock. I can't use my words this morning because I didn't sleep very well last night. Surprise, surprise. Anyways, this was such a really cool spot to sleep. The only problem was billions of mosquitoes. There was a full moon last night, so it was also extremely light. I was thinking I was going to do some nighttime videography, maybe get some star shots, but the full moon was blasting. I mean, you could see all night. I mean, you know, if a bear had walked up to me, you know, I would have been able to, you know, tell you how many whiskers it had. All in all, good first day on the water. We got another full day ahead of us right here. We got to make it back to the takeout tonight by nighttime because I have to put my daughter, I got to tell my daughter a story before she goes to bed, so I have to be home by then. And I think we can do it. The goal today is to catch a smallmouth, a walleye, a pike, and maybe a musky. We'll see what happens. It probably won't happen, but it might happen. We'll see. As always, catch, release, wander. This is the start of day 2.
The excitement of day 1 wasn't just catching those fish. It was that moment when I woke up on day 2 knowing, hey, I got this in the bag. I know what to do, how to do it, and I felt confident in myself and my abilities. I mentioned earlier in the video, but the truth about this fear of being by myself out in the woods, it isn't during the day, it's at night, and knowing what to do and setting up the camp and getting the jet boil to work properly, which all those little things, yes, they're little things, but when you multiply them all together, it leads to a lot of questions and hesitancies. Now, I know what to do. I know how to do it. And I can take my daughter, which is very important to me. She's going on 4 years old, and this upcoming year, we are going to get out on the water. I told her this morning, I said, you know, honey, you're going to catch your first fish next year. And she didn't really know what I was talking about, but she got excited because she knew I was excited. And that's part of it. Day 2 was more relaxing for me than day 1. I already had caught fish, I'd already got through the night, and I was feeling good. I ended up catching walleye, smallmouth, and musky, and I tried to find a pike, but was unable to do it. All the fish were pretty small, but I really didn't care. It's just being out there, enjoying the wonderful, wild nature that we have, and having that moment alone and recharging. It was extremely special. And I hope you guys enjoy day 2 as we wind down and end this video.
Yes! Alright. Let's get her back. Whoa! She freaked out. There we go. There we go.
Oh, gotcha.
All right, good morning. Wow. It's about midday and we got ourselves another one. Musky Grand Slam today. Musky, walleye, smallmouth. Wasn't a really big fish, but it was a fun fish though. Heck yeah. Man. I love that. This is day 2, baby. I had so many mosquitoes bite me last night. I had so many no-see-ums come through and bite me. I feel like I earned that fish. Heck yeah, she bit on a new lure too. I've gotten 2 fish on completely new baits, never before thrown before for muskie. And I like doing that. You know, I like trying new things. New things are kind of fun. Alright guys, well let's keep going, and I don't have too much longer out here today. I'm gonna be heading home soon, but super excited to get that fish. Yes!
Oh! Oh, get out of that.
Beautiful fish. Get her out of here. Alright guys, I'm trying to make myself presentable for the camera. I am coming to the end of my second day. I am blasted tired, and it's been good. There's a bit of wind right now. Hopefully that wind noise isn't too much of a problem for you guys. If so, I'm gonna have to redo this when I get home. But it was great. It was absolutely great. We picked up 4 muskie, so 2 muskie on day 1 and 2 muskie on day 2. None of them were, you know, big. They were all, you know, pretty. A lot of people would consider those petite muskie, but I was happy to catch them. The walleye wasn't too big. The smallmouth were tiny. Got absolutely destroyed by mosquitoes and no-see-ums. But all in all, I had a ton of fun. Actually, crazy enough, my first ever overnight trip by myself. I've always gone with my dad. For my entire life, I've always gone with my dad. And first trip in however old I am that I've done overnight by myself. And it felt pretty liberating, to be honest. It was good. It was good to get out and do it. And next thing up is I can take my daughter now. Now that I know I can do it by myself, now I can take my daughter, and pretty excited. Pretty doggone excited. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I think some of that, oh my gosh. Sorry I keep moving, my knees are all, I'm kneeled right now. Oh my gosh, I am an absolute mess. Anyways, I was just gonna say something. Can't remember what it was. Currently I got this look on my face of no idea what's going on. Because I'm tired. Alright guys, I don't know if we're gonna end on this note. Seems like a pretty random outro, but let's just let that go. Catch, release, wander. I'll see you guys in the next one. Sorry for being so goofy, but I am tired.